Everybody, it's Marcus Johnson, and this is my third presentation for Geography in Practice. The scenario that I chose for this presentation is to look at a local coffee shop called Naboo Brew and to transition them to a more sustainable uh, partnership with another local coffee brand or any other coffee brand around the world. They just found out that the coffee shop that they use now has been charged with violating human rights, and they were not following any sustainable efforts to help their company go green as well. And so they kind of want to make this transition into a more sustainable company that they can have a long-term partnership with. And then we have been tasked to locate and look at different companies around the world to where they be best fit for them. And so the first thing that I would want to do is to conduct some interviews and surveys just to kind of collect some qualitative and some quantitative data from the interview to kind of really enhance the research of organic and sustainable coffee brands. And this can really narrow down our research looking at these different branches because we know a baseline of what our client is looking for with regard to a potential partnership with the coffee brand. And this can really narrow down our focus into what coffee brands will be the best fit for them. And we can also interview some potential partnerships. So we can also interview some of the different coffee brands that might be a good fit for this company and kind of pick their brains to see what sustainable efforts they would bring to the table, and also kind of talk some negotiation with amongst some of the money that could be involved with this partnership. So I think that's where interviews could really be a huge benefit to trying to work things together and kind of create a stable relationship between the two. And then also, I would like to do some archival research. What's cool within the coffee community is a lot of them do transparency reports annually. And so it has a wide range of different information within the PDF, where it kind of gives information about their carbon footprint, how they're trying to make sustainable efforts for the world. Also gives back and it gets into the management portion of it. So how much percentage of gender is in this management group or vice versa. So it's really transparent information that we can't see as consumers. And this is something I really look into when I'm buying coffee myself, because I want to make sure that the company that I'm buying from shares the same morals and values as myself. And this is kind of in relation to what we're looking for here when we're trying to find different coffee brands to really partnership with what Naboo Brew stands for, just so we have a lifelong partnership in the future. I'm gonna kind of click on this link here and show you guys what content is really involved here. So this is a 2021 transparency report for Counterculture Coffee. And what's neat about this is, like I said before, it kind of gives all this different information about what's going on within the company that we don't see as consumers. And so it kind of gives the ratio of race, the age, gender, the LGBTQ plus. It gives a management level, so it kind of gives a gender within the management level, and then the race. It gives sustainable living, what they do to protect the health and safety of others, diversity, and then also the carbon footprint, which is really cool. It kind of gives a breakdown of how much emissions is used per sector with electricity, transporting goods, and then heat. And so this is a report that is viewed for everybody. So it's made to the public, and this is some really good research that we can use when we're trying to break down some of the companies, because we can really look into what they stand for and everything that they want to do in the future within their program or in their company. And so I think this is something that we can share with them that really give a good idea of some of their sustainable efforts that they wish to implement in the future. So I think this would be a great tool to use when we're looking at some archival research. But those are my references. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to my podcast. Podcast is not a podcast. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to my presentation. I hope you guys have a good one.